These are 4 tools that I use to get rid of my anger for good. They say that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Growing up, I was so angry. I was so explosive. I had what you would call a short temper. If me and you disagreed on something, we would probably be using these to settle it. Win or lose, that's what we would be doing. And for a certain period of my life, that served me. Whether I was selling drugs or running the streets with my friends, that kept me safe. Knowing that that was the answer to all the problems that I had at that moment, you know? They say that if you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And that's how I solved my problems. I didn't really know any other way. But going to college and then going into business, it didn't serve me anymore. It was actually very dangerous. And not only was it dangerous for me, it was dangerous for other people as well in my life. So the anger wasn't just harming other people, and it was definitely harming other people. I have harmed a lot of people with my anger, but it was harming me as well. It started to give me anxiety. It started to spiral me into a deep depression, and I knew it was time for that anger to go. It was just one major piece of the puzzle that I needed to let go of. And it stemmed from so many things. And listen, I mean, we can sit here and talk about where it stemmed from all day, probably for the next 5 to 6, maybe 10 years. But realistically, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it stemmed from because it served its purpose and now it's time to let it go. So these are the 4 tools that I used in order to get rid of my anger for good. 1, I started to dive deep into breath work. And I have learned so many different breathing methods that helped me keep it under control in the present moment. And it was very, very, very powerful and important for me. 2, I started to read a lot of books, and especially biographies and autobiographies, and I realized I wasn't the only one with that issue. I wasn't the only one with that explosive temper. I mean, if you read the biography of Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson, you'll read about some of his outbursts as well and what it led to. 3, I stopped watching violent TV shows, violent movies, and the news. Stopped completely, cold turkey. Yeah, there are times where I might watch maybe once or twice a year a superhero movie, but I'm very conscious and aware that I'm doing it. And yeah, I just enjoy superhero movies. But I stopped watching all that violence and all those bad news about rape and murder, and actually seeing the rape and murder in movies and stuff. And it helped to clear up a lot of that anger, because I was just filling up my glass, like my glass, my internal glass that's supposed to be filled with amazing things that nourish me, but I was filling it up with violence and murder and war and rape and whatever else they show on the news and in movies. And that was a huge, huge game changer for me. And the last one is I got new friends. I got rid of a lot of people in my life that pushed me and urged me to hold on to that anger. And I realized that in that environment, around those people, I wasn't able to let it go. It has nothing to do with those people. It has something to do with me. Around those people, I wasn't able to actualize who I wanted to become. So it was time to let them go. And it was best for them and it was best for me. And that's something that when people contact me and they're like, what do I do? It's just like the first thing that you do is you get new friends, you get a new tribe, or you build a tribe. You either join a new tribe or you build your own tribe. And those are the 4 things that I used in order to get rid of my anger for good. There's a bunch more steps that I'm going to talk about in the future, but these 4 are the building blocks, the foundation. So it's breath work, reading autobiographies and biographies of successful people, stop watching the news and violent movies and all types of other negative stuff, and then get a new tribe or join a new tribe. Whether you need to pay for it, whether you need to build it, join a mastermind, whatever. But be around people that are positive, that are forward thinking, that are working on themselves and have a vision for who they want to be and what they want to do. Alright, so if this video helped you, please share it with your friends, because there's somebody out there that this video might save their life, or it might save somebody else's life. Because when anger is unchecked, like, you might kill someone. And more so, for sure, you will kill yourself. And I don't mean in the suicide way, but I mean in the self-destructing way. So please share this video with a friend, and I love you guys. Have an amazing day.